Here's my analysis of the number 14 Baylor men's basketball game at number 17 TCU. This was a war. Baylor was down by 10 at one point in the second half, but they battled back and they won. In fact, there was a stretch in the game that Adam Flagler scored 16 consecutive points. That proved to be critical today. First of all, TCU shot the ball well. It started like getting bad at the end of the first half and the second half until the last 8 minutes. TCU shot the ball well. 52.8% from the field, 28 for 53 overall. Most of those points were in the paint. Couldn't defend that today for whatever reason. 2 for 10 on threes. Yeah, they're missing Mike Miles. They're missing him. And Eddie Lampkin didn't play for TCU today either. But no excuses for them. They got close to us. They shot 62.5% from free throws, 10 for 16 overall. They might complain about the should have been steal when there was clearly, when it should have been steal when the refs called a foul. And the thing is, yes, it's a bad call, but you didn't make your free throws either. You didn't stop Adam Flagler or LJ Cryer, which I'm going to go over the numbers for that. TCU out-rebounded Baylor today pretty good. 32 to 26. TCU had 11 offensive rebounds. 16 assists for TCU. 6 steals. 4 blocks. 13 turnovers. 13 fouls. And they did have 24 points off the bench. Baylor only had 7. They needed every single one of those points. They didn't shoot the ball bad. 46.3% from the field. 25 from 54 overall. 10 for 26 on threes, 38.5%. That's one of the differences. We could make more threes than TCU. That's a good thing. 12 for 13 on free throws, 92.3%. That makes a lot, and that's also a difference too. Like I said, 26 rebounds, some of those offensive for Baylor. 12 assists, not that great of a number. 6 steals, 3 blocks, 12 turnovers, 15 fouls. So I want to mention this off the top. In terms of starters, Adam Flagler had 28 points, 9 for 16 shooting, 5 for 10 on threes, 5 for 5 at the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, which is too much, 2 fouls. LJ Cryer had 23 points. Yeah, he played in this game, and I had insider information beforehand that he was good to go for the game. 23 points on 8 for 11 shooting, 4 for 6 on threes, 3 for 3 on free throws, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover. Keontae George had a bad game with 4 points on 2 for 8 shooting, 0 for 3 on threes, 2 rebounds, 3 assists though, 2 steals, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 1 foul. Flo Thamba didn't have a good game either. He had 4 points, 1 for 2 from the field, but made both those free throws 2 of 2. No rebounds. That's not good. 3 turnovers, 4 fouls. Joan Bridges, he had a quiet game in terms of points, but it's the hustle plays. The rebounding. 6 points on 2 for 8 shooting, 0 for 3 on threes, 2 for 2 on free throws. He made that too, which is critical. He had 6 rebounds. 4 of those offensive. The most on the team. By far. 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover, 1 foul. Langston Love had 5 points on 2 for 4 shooting, 1 for 2 on threes, 0 for 1 on free throws. It was like that one on the 1-and-1. It was just, if he would have made that, I would have been a little bit, felt better. Especially when TC got it down to 1 possession. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 fouls. Jonathan Chachua didn't record a single point, 0 for 4 shooting, 0 for 2 on threes, but he had 7 rebounds. And I know one of them was only on offense, but 6 on defense. 1 block, 1 turnover, 2 fouls. Caleb Lohner had 2 points on 1 for 1 shooting, 2 rebounds, 3 fouls. That's just a rough week for TCU right there. They got destroyed by Kansas State, and now they lost another game. I expect them to drop in the rankings. Don't be shocked if they're not ranked. It's not the only. That's not their fault. It's just, it is what it is. I get they have injuries, but you gotta step up your game as a team and make up for it. They nearly did that against Baylor today, but they allowed one big run, and Baylor made more plays down the stretch than TCU to win this game. Period. Now, going forward for TCU, they have on the road to Iowa State. Ooh, that's tough. That's very, very tough. At home against Oklahoma State. That's not a bad team. You got Kansas at home. Well, I know last time you beat them, you have Mike Miles, but I don't know when he's going to come back. Or same thing goes for Eddie Lampkin. He played last game, but now he didn't play today, so I don't know on the timetable for Mike Miles. But clearly Mike Miles is a really big piece to fill for TCU. They have on the road to Texas Tech. That's just tough. That is. And I might as well mention the two games in March since it's close to the end of this. They got Texas at home. Oklahoma on the road. So, now for Baylor on the other hand, they have a quick turnaround against West Virginia that got beat down today by Texas. So, they need to be high alert for this game. One, West Virginia's coming off of a big loss. Two, you don't want to have a letdown after a win over a rival that you needed to find a way to beat, to split with at least. I mean, it was by 34 points against Texas, 94-60. Yikes! On the road to Kansas, on the road to Kansas State. Those two are tough road games. Just try to split win one of those on the road. That's all you had to do, in my opinion, to be successful. In my opinion, but of course, if you win both, that'd be huge. But it's tough. I mean, you got Texas at home. You got Oklahoma State on the road. That's not an easy place to play. And you got Iowa State at home. And Iowa State struggled on the road. They haven't won a road game since January 4th. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe. And see you guys later. 5 stars are on the road to it. Let's go.